Well, another one. Is totally another one is confused about this war. This is the thing that kills me. The only reason why people are hating on Israel or thinking Israel needs to soften up is because they're winning. Okay? It seems to me that everybody that has positive sovereignty in this world, okay, is treated with acts of jealousy or acts of they're under scrutiny. Because what? Because they have a positive sovereignty. They have land. They're separated from everything that is pagan. They're separated from everything that is evil and everything that is uneducated and everything that is, you know what I'm saying, like Israelite people, they have, you know, most of them, you know, practice strong marriages. They very seldomly divorce. I don't know if they practice divorce in Israel. They probably don't. They raise their children to be very, very not only smart and educated, but very pious. Very, very, very wise. Their kids, most Jewish kids grow up to be something special. You know what I'm saying? And you know, there's a Jewish population that is working in the restaurants and they're working in the, you know, the labor industry, but most Jews, even in their own country, okay, don't do labor force. They don't do what's it called? You know, here in America we call it rinky-dink jobs. They don't work the pizza joint. Is what I'm saying. They don't work for Walmart, even in their own country. Oh, that's interesting. Second time I noticed this camera move. Okay. You know, they don't do that stuff. They basically are, you know, and then you know, you get there's Jewish groups out there, like, I'm not sure what Mossad does. Now, according to, you know, television, like movie series like NCIS, Mossad is like the CIA. You know, they're like, they fight for justice, but they also got some corrupt ways of standing up to justice. Somebody mentioned Mossad being involved in this war between Hamas and, trying to claim that Mossad did some things that provoked this or something. I don't know how true that is, and I doubt it, but even that is more moral than what I'm seeing every day. And I'm talking about before we even get to the Jews, before we even get to Israel and Hamas in war. People in this life are they're brutal. People are so brutal today. But yet, this is what's going on. You're brutal. But when you get hurt, when you injure yourself being brutal, you want to cry the victim. And I'm looking at the news, I'm looking at YouTube, and I'm seeing these protests. Like, why are we letting people into the Capitol? Oh, they just walked in here. Why were the doors unlocked? Like, why are people just walking into the Capitol? The building. Why are people why do we even let people go out on the street and protest when we know that we don't even understand what they're protesters for? We don't know what they're complaining about. To me, if there's something that I want really bad, protesting to me, whether Republican or Democrat, ain't the answer. Okay? I think I did a good job at voting. I think I do a good job when people send propaganda to my front door, and I check and see who sent it and where it's going, and if anyone's really going to get it, or they just trying to send me advertisement and pull me down some road I don't want to be in. I check it out. Oops, don't want to do that. I check it out, and I say yes or no. Okay? But another person, I just watched the video. This guy sounds like he don't want to come out and call names, but you can tell that he's venting, and you can look at the comment section, see that he's venting for Hamas or Gaza or whatever. Okay, we forgot how war works. I know that if America goes to war right now, and if the war is intense to the point to where they can't protect our borders, where they can't protect what's coming, which being shot from the sky or whatever like that, I know that I might get hit in the crossfire. I'm not going to turn around and protest and hate my country because I got hit in the crossfire. Neither am I going to go to the other country and find a way to get online or whatever and protest against them, except to be honest about the way I've been feeling about them. I'm not going to act crazy and act like I didn't expect this. It's all war. May the best man win. See, it's one thing when you pick a fight with somebody that can't defend themselves. See, there's people that have picked a fight with me and were willing to jump me, and both the guys that were going to jump me were twice my size. Taller than me, stronger than me, faster than me. I mean, you got young kids waiting until I become an old man to jump me. And when I was a kid, there were older men that were older than me and stronger than me and bigger than me and all like that wanted to push me around because they knew they could. But the couple of times in my life where somebody my size or somebody that couldn't fight got his butt kicked by me, and I had mercy on him when I seen that I could easily defeat him because he don't know how to fight. I left him alone. No bloodshed. I left him alone. Okay? These cats hate me to this day. You got some of the dumbest people I've ever met. There's people that will take what went on in high school and elementary school, middle school, and take it to their grave. When they were the bully, they were the ones being the bully. You think they would learn their lesson? No, they were being a bully and got their butt kicked. And then they want to haunt you all the way to your grave. I don't understand America. Hold on a second. It's late. It's really late. I should be in bed because I got to go to work tomorrow afternoon. But I'm not going to go anywhere. I think I'm just going to... I might sleep better this way. But... there are people who just they you know, this whole thing of being a victim, when you started it, everybody's a victim. People are victimized by Christians. Lord, please, in the name of Jesus, help me understand. Atheists are claiming that Christians are victimizing the planet. Jews are victimizing people. I want to play. I know why I got this up. I want you to hear this last video that I just was watching a minute ago, and you tell me. I don't know. Let me go to my history. Done listening to you anyway. Let me go to my history. Nah, that's not my history. I want to go to history. I don't understand what this guy's saying, but he sounds like he's trying to claim that Israel is making trouble with Gaza or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm hearing him wrong. What did I do? Come on. Come on. Now I gotta do this all over. One little accidental tap of a button. I gotta do this all over. Come on. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is.
My father, 1914 to 1944, dreamed that dream. He died in Italy, fighting the Nazis to defend that dream. I dreamed that dream too. No ifs, no ands, no buts. I dream that dream too. So, to whom it may concern, please stop.
Please stop what?
Lover.
I need to rewind that. Like I'm trying to get what he's talking about. Like
11th of October. 2 days ago, on the 11th. I'm going to read it out to you. It's just called Gaza. 11th of October, 2023. My heart is heavy. I'm angry and sad. I have things to say, obviously. I've been banging this drum for nearly 20 years. My message is simple. All these years, it's felt to me almost as if we're deaf to Mother Nature's calls for equal human rights for all our brothers and sisters. Equal human rights being the only antidote to war. Last Saturday,
okay, I'm glad he said that. I disagree. Equal human rights is not what it's all about. You don't need rights for things that don't produce fruit. You don't need rights for things. Okay, you don't knock on my door, okay, and because I say no, I don't want nobody living here but me and my family. Okay? And then get on there and complain about equal rights. This is why I felt that he's complaining for Gaza against Israel, because everybody thinks that they don't understand, not only from the Bible but from history itself. There has never been a time when Palestinians owned that land. The Jews have been peaceful enough to let them live there. I think what they're doing wrong is they need to run them out of there and send them to whatever nation, okay, is into terrorism and all that kind of stuff that they like to do. Okay? I'll listen to some more. He sounds like he's sticking up for Gaza because he happened to be there one time or something. I don't know. But that's got nothing to do with the fact that that land belongs to Israel and that Hamas started this war. Okay? Now, if you think that, okay, Israel is hard on Gaza, I don't think they're after Gaza. They're after Hamas, which Hamas is from Gaza. And you don't know whether, you know, the Gazadian or whatever you call it government is in on this. But if they're harboring terrorists, they probably are. Okay? We're not going to keep letting our women and our children get blasted for what we don't know. We'll blast until we do know, then we'll have mercy. The way I see it. Okay? It's like if somebody got a gun and they already shot one of us down. I'm not going to worry about why he got the gun. The gun is pointed at me. Ain't nobody here but me. So who's he pointing the gun at? What's he here for? Oh, he just got shot. Okay?
condemn them unreservedly. I have a Palestinian friend, Loma Al-Aria. She lives in Beirut. She texted me in the middle of the night to tell me that 11 members of her family, including a 2-year-old cousin, were killed by Israeli bombing as they sat in the dark in Gaza one Sunday night. Naomi Klein, in an article in The Guardian yesterday, said, "This cannot be allowed to go on." I agree with Naomi Klein. Here's my suggestion of what should be done. It's only an opinion. This is what should be done. 1. There must be an immediate and permanent ceasefire. No more killing by anyone, Hamas and the IDF included.
Okay, that I agree with. But don't think that the one being shot at should drop his weapon first. Okay? That's not how it works. You shooting and you done already shot, and I see you out there running around looking for cover like you getting ready to shoot another missile or shoot another bullet or whatever, I'm going to keep firing. I'll cease fire when I know that you have ran and gotten away, or that you've been taken down and arrested or killed. Or your partner got killed and you said, hey man, don't shoot, I surrender. And you dropped your weapons and ran off, or you dropped your weapons and got arrested. Then I'll cease fire. But I'm not going to cease fire waiting on you to say, oh, the smoke is clear. Hand me one of the missiles. No, I'm not doing that. Until I know that the war is over, I'm not ceasing fire. I'm going to keep on bombing and bombing and bombing. The worst that could happen is I bomb you so well that you ain't going to never pull this stunt again. What part of Hamas started this war don't these idiots understand? You come from a nation, Gaza, and all these Arab nations, and most of these Palestinian areas, okay, are filled with terrorists. And there's criminal activity, just like in a black community. There's a terrorist activity that goes on around you every day. And now you want to act like, oh, because your people went after Israel and Israel fought back and came in harder than your people. Oh, you think that that's a crime. You think that that's... No. What you need to be doing is protesting in Gaza. Just like people here in America protest. They protested when we went to Iraq. Americans protested when Bush claimed there was weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, and he sent people to Iraq. He sent soldiers to Iraq. He started putting up embassies in various places and garrisons and that, and told our troops to stay there. And people protested against that. Why? Because we don't want to create war that ain't war. Even if they started it, once they're defeated, we're not going to sit there and, hang out in their house. Okay? To make sure that they don't, we're military. We're not cops. We don't put people in house arrest. Okay? And so I understand that. But you should have been saying this a long time ago, sir. Should have been saying all this stuff a long time ago when they attacked earlier on your watch. Okay?
So what next? How to prevent future bloodshed 2. Get round a big table and hammer out the bones of a one-state solution.
No, it's not about it's not about a one-state solution. The sovereignty of Israel belongs to the Jews. This is the problem I have with this whole entire world right now. People don't believe that one person can be sovereign and have something that another person don't have. Like, black people don't want to give white people credit for the things that they do better than them. Neither does any immigrants that come into this country want to give white people the thumbs up, give them a simple thumbs up, or thank them for the good work that they've done in maintaining this country. Because we sure didn't do it. We might have done it in the past. We ain't done it since Jim Crow, man. I wouldn't say Jim Crow. We ain't done it since the Civil Rights Movement. We ain't done crap for this country. But tear it up. Okay? I give respect to where respect is due. Okay? And, it used to bother me that just a few weeks ago, I did a video and I was complaining about how, all the immigrant women, if they don't marry men of their own race when they come over to this country, they'll go after white men. They never go after black men. Now, you get a girl that's been out on the street and been through the ringer, lived in the ghettos, survived the ghettos and that, she might hook up with a black guy. But in most cases, any immigrant that comes to the United States, and gets her green card, if she doesn't marry someone of her own race, she will marry, the women I'm talking about, will marry a white man. They hardly ever go after black men. Usually, they get black men on the rebound because they met him in college or they worked at a company, because they lost everything and they worked for a company and he was big shot in the company, or he was big shot in football or basketball or baseball. He's some high roller, he's some kind of, LeBron James or Tiger Woods or something, okay? But they hooked up with a black man because he had what not only the white man has, but more, in their calculation. But it's always is about money. And if you see the way these white men take care of these Asian women and these Indian women, whether they meet them here or whether they meet them from overseas, they treat these women like they become workaholics for these women. I mean, they treat these women better than they do white women and black women. Okay? That's just the way it is. And then you wonder why there's feminism, because you're not giving American women the respect that you're giving, you're letting feminism push you to the side, and you're not giving, and I can understand that too. But at the same time, you need to be focused on keeping your morals intact, and you need to look for a woman that is worthy of you giving her your best. If she's not worthy of it, then you keep moving on, but you don't treat women overseas that are sinners like everybody else better than you treat our American women. Even though, our American women are easier to become feminists than any other woman. Matter of fact, they are. It's hard to be a traditional woman in this country, okay? But in so like manner, everything else, like this bullcrap this guy is talking about, okay? Nobody has respect for sovereignty. Nobody believes that I'm surprised. You know what I'm saying? People, for example, make fun of Amish people. Okay? And people will buy furniture off of Amish people. They'll have Amish people come do work for them. And they will eat Amish food. Okay? But they will make fun of Amish people. And if there's ever a situation where they ran into a disagreement with an Amish person or whatever, it's all about them being Amish. But in most cases, I'm surprised that, but people go after. And the other thing is, of going after people because they're separated from you. They're not involved in your dispensation. Okay? They're uninvolved in your dispensation and your debauchery and your worldliness. They're uninvolved. And you think that that's a weakness, or you think that's a curse on you. Okay? You feel you need to go out there and fuss and find some kind of file against them. And there is no file. There is no file against them. There's no case. Okay? It's just they're better people than you, and you can't accept that. And this is the thing in this world. Like, some of us are just better. Like, conservatism is better than liberalism. The Democratic Party doesn't care about God. They don't care about morals. Maybe they did 10 years ago, 20 years ago. But they don't right now. Whitlock just said a great thing. I watched him earlier tonight. It was a short. He was talking about Candace Owens. And he said I wish I would remember what he said. What did he say? Let me go back to this history. I want to see what he said. That was important. He hit it right on the nail, too. And it's very controversial what he said. It's very controversial. Let me see if I can find it here. I watched this today. Yeah, Whitlock. Yeah, I watched that. I think it was a short. And that one. Now, this is what I watched last night, wasn't it? Where is it? Side of... No, that's not it. That's Whitlock. I think it's a short. Did I pass it up already? Where are you? Let me see here. Maybe... Yeah, I think it was before all this. Yeah, it was before this. Let me go back up here. He said something very powerful. I want you to hear it because I can't remember the way he said it. Where is it? Pretty sure it was on this channel. Yeah, it was today. I watched that. It was today. I know it was. Where is it? Yeah. Okay, let me... Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Where are you? Where are you? I know it was on this channel. I know I watched it today. Maybe I did. Maybe I did watch it yesterday. Maybe I did watch it yesterday. Maybe I did. Maybe it was yesterday I seen it. I'm going to keep strolling. I'm sorry, folks. I'm making this up as I go along. But, I did watch it yesterday. What is this? M's are big mad. No, that's not it. The boy, I remind. Maybe I did watch it yesterday. Let me see here. Gotta agree. Officer Tatum. Let me check here. Where is it? Yeah. No, I know that. No. No, it's not it. This ain't it. This ain't it. Let me see. Oh, there's more. Let me see. Oh, there's more. Okay, I know that it's not these. These are old. It's not that. Is his name Nathan Whitlock, or I forget what Whitlock it is? I know it's here. I remember that. I don't know why they show stuff like that. That's wicked, man. I don't know why people, you ever notice how there's so much sexualization? I'm going to do a video on this one where this Asian girl takes a picture of her vagina, or she wants you to think that, okay? And she takes a picture of her vagina and then she shows it to you, and it's a beaver or something, like it's a groundhog or something. Or no, it's a little doggy, it's a little furry dog or something like that. But why would you make, why? Why? Okay, let's take this all the way to the front. It won't go to the front. Okay, it's there. Maybe it's here. I doubt it. This is all his crap. It won't be here. Or maybe it is. Who's that? Where are you? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So yeah, you got to be determined.
The African American one is just horrible. We're inconsistent with it. For example,
Bodie
Charlize
Bachman
Theron is South African. No, because she's white, but she's from
with Jason Whitlock.
Yeah, but her ancestors are not from there. 3, 4, 5 generations of them are. No, African American. That's a term that we use for individuals of African descent who survived slavery. Okay, then Obama was not our first African American president because his father was a Kenyan and they were not a product of slavery. It just breaks down. It just doesn't work. I don't want to be hyphenated. I don't want.
Bodie, crush it. And it's why I keep talking about, hey, we only got one identity, Christians. That will work for us. That will empower us. That will compel us to take actions that will liberate, free, and empower us. Bodie Killer.
The African American one is just horrible.
So he just said that black people only have one identity. It's Christian. Don't waste your time trying to find yourself, because you trying to find yourself you think you have to separate yourself from white people when you're buying their products every day, you're wearing their clothes every day, you're breathing their air, you're you know what I'm saying, you're eating their food, you know what I'm saying, and then you want to put a little twist on everything to make it your own. You can never accept it like it is. Like me, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I remember back in the day when I was growing up in the church, there were black folks that were singers, and they would take a white song that they liked and try to put all this gospel, black style, you know, ring to it, make the song take extra long by you showing off your vocal cords and you being loud and you know, when it was originally written by a white choir, and you had the little mellow white lady in the middle singing the lead, and she kept singing that same lead over and over again. I'm thinking, some of this stuff needs to be left alone. It's good the way it is. You don't need everything that's white is not out of tune. Everything that is white is not bad or out of place. It's just white. It's just white. That's all it is. It's just white. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just white. Okay? Just like you were just talking earlier today. I was talking to somebody on YouTube about it. White people and their love for animals. Somebody got to do it. Most black folks, you know, they might love their pit bulls, but they don't love their pit bull, the raccoon, the cat, okay, their puma, okay, mountain lion, a grizzly bear. You know what I mean? White folks make pets out of everything. You know, somebody got to do it, though, because God created us to be able to tame the animals. It goes all the way back to the Garden of Eden. God created us to tame the animals. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to prove the scientific facts that animals can be tamed. That they fear us because they've never been out of their habitat. You put them in our habitat and get them used to the way we move and live and carry ourselves, and discipline them to respect that. You got yourself a human grizzly bear, a human mountain lion, a human gorilla, a human monkey, or whatever. You got yourself the most scariest human you ever met. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And that's the way white people like to work. And I shout out to them. I'm never going to do that. The closest thing to a wild animal that I would ever have is a bird. A parrot. That's about it. A parrot. You know, a parrot. That's the closest thing that I would have in my house that's bigger than my hand. The big old parrot. Okay? Other than that, no. I don't want nothing with four legs other than a small dog, small cat. I don't want nothing with teeth other than a small dog, a small cat. Okay, I don't even want nothing with a beak other than a parrot. Or something small like a parakeet. Or a cockatiel. You know, I mean, get out of here. No. I'm black. We don't do that, okay? But I don't speak for all black people. We are very diverse if we allow ourselves to be. But black people don't want they don't want black people to be diverse. You know, and like he said here, okay? Stop trying to find yourself, because all you're doing is finding yourself with violence and crime and you know, being a hater of Jews, hater of God's people, being a hater of anybody that does better than you, anybody that's sovereign, If somebody wants, and I'm closing right here because, I should have wrote this down. But this is part 2 of the video I just did. Anybody that wants to be sovereign because they are sovereign, okay? Maybe there's a better word for that. Let me see here. Let me see here. Maybe there's a better word that I should be using. Okay. Okay. Supreme power or authority. The other words to go with that, similar: jurisdiction, supremacy, dominion, power. Okay. Domination, sway, tyranny, authority, control, influence. Okay. I do believe that it's going back to what this guy said about human rights. I do believe that if we're going to live, and I said this before in other videos, if we're going to live together as straight people, gay people, we got women and we also have trans women, we have black people, we got white people, we got immigrants from every nation in the world here. Okay, we have Democrats and we have Republicans. Look, if we're going to drill together, we have to have laws that keep us all in line. There needs to be laws about gay people, how gay people carry on in America as gay people. You can't carry on and have more rights than the average fornicator. That's not going to work. It's bad enough that fornicators got wicked rights. You going to have more rights than a fornicator? No, we're not having that, okay? And we're not going to sit there and invade, like I said before, women's spaces, okay, because you want to feel like something you're not. We're not going to do that. You're not a woman, you're a trans woman. I respect you as a trans woman, especially when you're really good at it, especially when you're walking down the street and you had me fooled. I'm whispering to this guy and I'm saying, man, she's hot. And he's like, that's a dude. I'm like, oh, now. Oh, yeah, that is a dude. Hey, when you're that good at it, I respect you as a trans woman. But I don't respect you as a woman, because a woman is more than a vagina. Okay? That vagina is mine. That's for me. That's where I come in. The vagina. That's for me. And of course the baby got to come out there. That's for reproduction, and that's for me. Okay? But other than that, that's something I don't even understand. What do they say? A woman is a deep well, and it's the truth. It's biblical. I mean, it's the truth. I do not understand women other than what they tell me about themselves. And a lot of times that's fickle. That might work on Monday, but what happened to Tuesday? Now she's fickle. She's telling me something else. Okay? I don't get it. Okay? But there is no such thing as a trans woman being a real woman, because if she was a real woman, she wouldn't need to have to become a woman. She'd have been born a woman. Okay? You wouldn't have to be in a man's body wanting to be a woman. You would have been a woman in a woman's body to begin with. Okay? Common sense, people. But y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to believe that. Okay? Immigrants that come to this country should not think that they can come here and push Christendom out of the way. Christianity was here first. And the beauty of this nation falls on the shoulders of Christianity. Our cultures, our moral codes, our moral behavior patterns, our customs, all fall on the shoulders of Christianity. Before the Constitution, it's not the Constitution that created cultures. It's Christianity that created cultures in this nation. My only problem with white people is they think that it's whiteness that separates them from black people. And when you act like that, it's going to stir up some things. It is not the color of your skin that separates you or makes you better than other people. It is your understanding and respect for your Christian upbringing that makes you better than other people. And yes, you are better than other people. There's nothing wrong with that. Some of us are just better than you. Some of y'all are just better than us. Give credit to where credit is due, regardless of what color of skin the person is, regardless of what part of the world they come from. But you got these immigrants that come into this country because they either screwed up in their country or their country screwed it up for them. They come running in here like running from the cops. And they think they're going to look down their nose at the average American. Okay? And if they ain't looking down their nose at white folks, because they think the face of America is white people, in a way I agree with that. But black people have done more as far as following in the steps of white people, if they be honest, than these immigrants have, because we have nothing else to follow the steps of. We ain't going to Africa and learn how to be African. Who wants to do that? And I still believe we're not Africans. Might have been in Africa, but we're not African. Because I think if most of the slaves were African, I think Africa would be a different place today. And I think that it's always been open for us to go back to Africa. Africa's not so bad that we can't go back. There are cities and there are free cities. There's freedom and democracy in that in Africa. Okay? I mean, with all these black Americans who cry on a race card here in America, do you realize how beautiful if we got together and went back home to Africa? Don't you think that's where you're from? Do you realize how much we could rebuild Africa and make it a beautiful place? But it's not in us to do that. There's white people that go to Africa and try to make it a better place. We white people go to Africa and build skyscrapers. They go to Africa and build bridges, and go to Africa and build buildings and science centers and all kinds of stuff. Okay? And then when they get the best of the land, these Africans want to say, get out. Well, a lot of your agriculture is pro-white. So why shouldn't they have the better land? They have to live there to do what they do for you, to do the kind of work that they do. You know, they have to live there. They have to be there a long time. Okay, same thing with the Asians. Asian people, they steal from Africa, but yet a lot of things in Africa have been beautified by Chinese. And maybe some other Asian nations too, but I think it's the Chinese that go into Africa and rebuild things and what have you, okay? But people have got to respect sovereignty. People have got to respect, what's the other words here? Jurisdiction, okay? Sway, control, influence. We gotta stop acting like it isn't real. And I used to say just no. And say, oh, white people ain't in control of nothing. If they are, thank God they are. Because a lot of us brown-skinned immigrants, if it wasn't for white control, this country would have went underground and went third world moons ago, which is happening right now as we speak. People like Joe Biden in office letting violence and crime and riots and the police are not allowed to do their jobs in these democratic cities. They're not allowed to do their jobs anymore. They're not allowed to arrest children that not too long ago, well, a long time ago actually, were tried as adults. That was the rule. That was the law. Okay, now they're trying to change that again. But these kids are beating up their teachers and leaving them in the hallway for dead while other kids laugh. These students are breaking into homes. These kids are breaking into homes and killing people. These young people are killing people here in Pittsburgh. Killing them with their bare hands. Young people ain't even a sophomore in high school yet. Killing people with their bare hands. It's time to beat these kids and lock them up. It's time to send some of these migrants back across the border. It's time to tell some of these immigrants, if you don't like our policies, take your butt back to your own country. And it's time to tell people, don't F with Israel. They're not bothering you. Leave them alone or feel their wrath. And not only that, according to Bible prophecy, not only are you going to feel their wrath, you keep screwing around with what God has made prophecies about. But you're going to feel the wrath of Almighty God. Hell can't wait to get here fast enough. Oh no, you're going to get it in the earthquake. It's all in the scripture. It's going to be the earthquake and the hurricanes, comets coming down, landing on the earth, all that kind of stuff. Crazy elements of mass destruction from no man, but from natural climate changes, natural hand of God. It's the hand of God because only God can stop it. And I know my prayers have stopped a lot of things. And my prayers, along with other people that are Christians, not just people praying, but Christians getting together and praying. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man avails much. God enjoys the prayers of his people. He enjoys the praises of his people. But y'all keep on talking stupid like y'all don't know whose side you're on. You keep talking stupid like Hamas didn't start this war. You keep talking stupid like you don't know that black people are the majority of crime in America. You keep talking stupid like a lot of these immigrants hate our flag, that they don't hate our flag and they don't hate Americans. They don't hate white people. You keep talking stupid Or you gonna keep talking stupid, there ain't gonna be no white people. You gonna keep talking stupid, okay? And every one of these houses are gonna be kids in there, black kids in there with no parents. Because they done all killed their parents. There's going to be schools where you got one teacher in the whole entire school in order to keep it open because they done killed all the teachers. You keep on talking stupid, this is going to become an Arab nation, which they've been wanting to do that since Abraham. This will become an Arab nation. That red, white, and blue flag is going to be the Iraqi flag. And behind that will be the Mexican flag. You just keep on being stupid. And when these white people are gone, so is this country. It will be like Mexico that everybody's trying to get away from. It'll be like the Middle East. Half their people are over here. It'll be like Hamas. It'll be like Gaza. It'll be like Israel. You can't do nothing right and be peaceful. Somebody that ain't right, that somebody, they just can't wait to blow you away. Why? Because of your sovereignty. Because of your blessing. Because you're better than them. I am Diori Cruz. I am your life applications officer. Thank you for watching. Talk to you soon with more. I need to go to bed. God bless.